he can throw harder than that. And, but today he really pitched and, he reared back every now and then, let it fly, but he just really spotted it up, did a nice job pitching in and out. And, Vermillion thought he came and gave up a single. It happens. The walk, that was a little disappointing. And then, he got an out though, got a couple outs, and we just felt like we needed to turn, Barry around. He's a great hitter either way, but just take your chances a little bit there. And, Evan walked him, but then he got Doherty out. And see, that was a huge pitch when he got him to fly out to right. And then, Evan finishing up the game there on not a bunch of pitches was really good to see. So just enough offense. Hit some balls hard that made it to the warning track. Three got knocked down, and hit a couple of really nice opposite field home runs. And I don't know, just a really good win for our team. Played outstanding defense, especially in the infield. Made some great plays.
Hey, David, what about Turner today? I think it was hit three hits, big home run.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously he's one of our best hitters, hitting in the 3-4 hole, usually somewhere in there. And he had a big day for us. Just, taking that off-speed pitch and just driving it the other way. And right when he left the bat, he knew it was out of the park, especially where he hit it and the way the wind was blowing, that it was going to gain momentum as it got up in the air a little bit. And it did. That was a big swing. We were up 1-0 at a time. All of a sudden we're up 3-0. And the way Hagan was throwing, we felt like that, we were in good shape, at least for a while.
You touched on it a little bit in your opening, but Hagan, was there anything different from last week as far as technical, mechanical, or is it just mentality, or what was different?
I would say he just looked really under control today. I think you'd have to talk to Coach Hobbs about that if we're going to get into the mechanics of him. He definitely repeated his delivery today, which means if you're doing that, usually you're staying on line and you're gonna throw the ball over the plate. And he did that tremendous today. What did we walk one? Super job against a good team like that, good hitting team. I mean, that is a very scary lineup over there. So he did a tremendous job.
I know you always want to get off to a good start, but with the threat of the storms tonight, was there anything talking to the team about maybe a little bit extra urgency to get off to a good start with?
No, not really. I think in the past, maybe I've done that and I think it backfired. I think they start to speed up a little bit or try a little too hard. So I didn't say anything to him. Just that, I told the coaches right before the game, I got word from Roy Jacobson, who kind of keeps an eye on everything, the weather. He said, it looks like we're going to be okay. It's going to push back a little bit. So I didn't bring that up to the team. I just didn't, we just told them we're moving the game up an hour, got that information out to them today. We ate an hour early. We just went through regular routine and, because they know that if we didn't get it in today, we'd finish it tomorrow. And then the way the rule reads, if that would have happened, then the second game would have been a 7-inning game. So.
I know Hagan, he must have 3-ball counts the first two batters that he faced tonight. He's done that some in the first inning and he's had some walks. What was different tonight for him to get out of that situation?
I think he just kind of calmed down a little bit out there. It's like he usually has one inning like that, and it's usually the second or third. Today it was in the first, and then he recovered, got through it, and then after that, obviously he worked ahead a lot and threw strike one with his breaking ball, changeup, and fastball, obviously, and. I don't know. I think, he's young and he's starting to gain experience. So he's learning how to settle down a little bit.
Do you think the fact that he had a full rest had any impact at all?
It definitely helps. I would, you can ask him, but I would say, having a really good week to get things right and rest up a little bit after a short week was definitely a plus for our pitchers.
One more on Smith. Did he use his changeup more today?
I guess I can't. More than what? More than normal or more than
normal? Yeah.
I would say against certain hitters, he threw a lot of changeups. I don't know exactly how many, but he used it a lot. He was definitely double digits with it, and he kept it down. It was pretty effective.
Seemed like you had a couple of highlight-worthy plays on defense. Just what do you make of their play over these last two games, especially when LSU just kind of struggled a little bit?
Yeah, the play that Battles made up the middle, and then on the other side of that play was Stovall picking it out of the dirt and staying on the bag. And, then I don't know, after the same inning later, they had a runner on first, second, whatever, and maybe first. And then Wallace made a diving play, got up and threw him out. That was, I think what they were just, they were seeing that it was going to take something special to beat us today when you start making plays like that.
Just Evan Taylor, you brought him back today. Just what have you seen from him, kind of his evolution and kind of being a guy that you can go to each weekend?
Yeah, we saw it in the fall, that he was going to be a guy, and he was going to be a big piece of our bullpen for sure. He's been doing it all year. He goes in with the same look on his face as if nobody's on or if people are on base. He's got a good demeanor out there, and now he knows that he's good enough to be out there, and he's good enough to get out really good hitters. We don't worry about him a bit, and I like having him out there.
I believe LSU came into the weekend last in the SEC and hitting against lefties. Did that kind of make it easier for you to go back to him today and kind of let him finish it out, or it was just kind of situation?
Well, I didn't know they were last against lefties. I just knew their splits, that they struggle against some left-handed pitching, at least early. And that can change one day, can have a really good day and those flips those numbers pretty good because you have a lot more bats against righties than you do lefties. But yeah, we knew that. And so we felt like if Hagan go out there and give us, some good innings, we had a chance to win the ball game, and that maybe he'd get him out, and he did. Just a super job by our two lefties, that's for sure.
When you brought in Taylor, was the hope that he would finish it out for you?
Yeah, so that was what I asked Coach, because they're getting ready. Barry's getting ready to come up, and we got a right-hander up there, and it looked like to me that Zebulon was having trouble landing his off-speed pitch. So what's Barry going to sit on? A fastball, and all of a sudden it's 4-3. And so when I talked to Coach about making the change to bring Evan in, I just said, if Evan kind of runs out of gas, who are we going to go with? So then we discussed that a little bit, and then I made my move and went out there.
Yeah, you mentioned scary lineup. I think they're batting 303 coming in, and to shut them out. I mean, how impressive is that for y'all to do that?
Oh, real impressive. I mean, it's hard to shut anybody out, especially a team with that lineup. It's just you have to pitch really well. You have to field well. You have to get a break here or there, or get lucky, whatever you want to call it. And I think we got a little bit of all that today.
And then this is the first time Arkansas has ever taken 3 straight series from LSU. I don't know if you knew that, but what do you think of that?
That's great.
Okay. I said one more. I know you thought Turner would be good, or else you wouldn't have brought him in, but how would you assess his season? Has he been maybe even a little better than you thought, or just how would you assess his contributions to you guys?
He's been awesome, man. I mean, he just came in, fit in with the guy. I think he liked the way we ran our program and got bigger and stronger. I mean, he's already big and strong, but he got stronger and catching, throwing, hitting. I mean, we knew at the end of fall he was the full package, and that if he could stay healthy, he's going to hit the middle of our lineup. So I would say he's probably, up to this point, has been better than I would have expected. And I think his better days are in front of him.
I just have one more. We've talked a lot throughout the year that the wind has knocked down a lot of home runs. How nice was it to see maybe the benefit from the wind today?
I think the ball that Gregory hit was really hit hard, but it had a side spin on it and it took off. I mean, I think it might have got over the outfielder's head. It might not have, but it probably wouldn't have got up into the seats or wherever it hit. And the one Michael hit, I mean, he did a great job of, like I said earlier, of just staying through that off-speed pitch. And right when he hit it, I knew it was gone. And it took a nice little ride on that. But we also had 2 or 3 balls knocked down. I think Webb might have had 2 home runs opposite field today. A couple other balls probably got knocked down. So, but it's honestly, they have learned how to hit to the wind a little bit. In our batting practice today in pregame, there was, I'd say 80% of it was going through the middle and going the other way with the left-handers. And, 2 lefties got us a 3-run lead pretty quick. And Lanzilli hit with the ball Lanzilli hit. Last night I thought it was going out of the park. This one, I didn't think it was going out of the park. Went out of the park by a lot. So I don't know what's going on up there. There's a lot of swirling, but we've had a lot of balls knocked down, and we've hit to it a little bit lately. So it was really good to see our guys take some really, really mature type at bats.
I wonder how pleased you've been with the way the team's bounced back from last weekend. And is there a certain area that you've seen where they've improved in the last 6 or 7 days?
I would say, the bullpen midweek was incredible. And I mentioned that maybe in here yesterday and the other day. It didn't matter who we played. Those guys really pitched well, and velocity, location, and we're probably going to need some of those guys tomorrow. So hopefully they can duplicate it. But, maybe confidence a little bit from what we saw on Tuesday, gave our team a little bit of confidence as far as going forward, that we've got enough pitching to get us through some of these weekends, and that and the midweek games we have left. I think, we scored a lot of runs on Tuesday and had some fun, relaxed, got over a couple of losses and got our mind ready for LSU. I'd probably have to say not playing on Wednesday might've been a plus because of the weather. Gave us a day to really discuss the series and, what we needed to do and how we needed to play and maybe some adjustments. And we did that a little bit. And we played 2 really good ball games defensively and on the mound, and we've hit enough to win.
I know you win an SEC series. That's a great weekend, no matter who you're playing. But now you do have a shot at the sweep. I think Arkansas has only swept LSU 3 other times in all the years since joining the SEC. How do you feel about tomorrow? How do you feel like Jackson will bounce back maybe from not a great game at Florida?
Well, I think Jackson will have a good outing, and I feel good about the guys that are going to be ready behind him. Sundays, a lot of times I know it's not a Sunday. We'll call it Game 3 Saturday. It means a lot. I mean, you can separate yourself a little bit if you find a way to win tomorrow. So, and our guys know that. We don't have to tell them every time, hey, tomorrow, this is what it means. I mean, they know. These guys are smart. So it would be big if we could find a way to win again tomorrow.
BetOnline is your #1 source for all your betting needs, sports info, and odds. Find all the latest sports developments, including this week's odds for the Masters Championship and the start of Major League Baseball season. BetOnline is your continued source for all your sporting wagering needs, including live betting and your favorite Vegas casino and poker games. It's super easy to get started, so join today. Learn why everyone is saying BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to wager on popular sports and games. BetOnline, where the game starts.